What's up YouTube, it's Louis here bringing you today's cryptocurrency video. Thank you all for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. This has been a life goal for me even before I was into trading. I just knew I wanted to be on YouTube. I just didn't know what to do on YouTube. And now I found trading, my passion, and now I can bring you guys videos every single day when I have the time, when I'm free. And hopefully today I can give you a nice little quick Hbar update. So if you enjoy this video, please smash the like button, turn on the notification bells on for YouTube and Twitter, and of course subscribe. Thank you all for your support. Let's get into Hbar. So what is positive is that last week we came down and retested the 55 EMA on the weekly time frame, and you actually closed much way above it. You came to test some significant key levels. You did wick down to the 382. And you've bounced above it, and now you've held the 382 and the 0.50 as support. And since getting above it and closing off the week with this new weekly candle, of course we can't make a judgment on it yet because there's 5 days and 10 hours, but if we were to close as is, this is something called a bullish spinning top or bullish hammer. It doesn't really matter, they look exactly the same. A bullish hammer has less wicks to the upside, a spinning top has a little bit of a wick to the upside, and the bodies could be red or green or even smaller, just like that. That's what I'd call a spinning top. Maybe because this is thicker, the body, you could call it a bullish hammer, but they're very similar, guys. Basically they have the same exact meaning. So if it closed out as it is, this would be a bullish continuation pattern because you've had a pump, retracement, and now we're going to continue, and that would be your signal of continuation. Obviously this candle is still open, so we can't really call it that until it closes, because of course this could close all the way up here, it could close all the way down here, for example. So what I do like though is now that you've got above the 0.50 and you've back tested it as support again, you've had two retests of that 55 weekly, which is sitting at the 0.50. So let's take a look at the daily time frame. So of course you're under both EMAs. When you form that bearish cross, it means that you're going to come to the 200. Of course you lost the 200, but I'm not worrying yet, because of course if Bitcoin wants to go up, this will. But not only that, you haven't even hit your head on resistance, so there's that chance that we get back above, confirm its support, and work our way through these fibs. Now on the daily time frame yesterday, you did actually print this candle that we're seeing on the weekly, and this is the bullish spinning top. And this, of course, in this case, we're in this downtrend, and we're now going to reverse the trend if Bitcoin behaves, basically. So we have come to significant key levels of support, because when you lose the 0.618, you come to the 0.50. If you lose that, to the 382. Since then, you've got back above, hit your head on here before retracing to here. Now, are we going to see the pump above this, confirm its support, and keep working our way through? That's what I want to see, guys. But of course, just because I want to see it doesn't necessarily mean that is going to happen. So we'll take a look at the 4H time frame now and see if there's any patterns appearing. So what I'm seeing on the 4H is that at the 0.50 fib, we've now created something called a double bottom, and we've actually just now got above the 20. So now that we're above the 20, we want to see that hold, and if so, we will head to the 50 before retracing to key level, this being the, I think, the 0.618. Yeah, the 0.618, and then continuing up, because we know, guys, once we're above that 0.618, eventually you're going to retrace to the high, sorry, to the high over here, because this is the larger when I measured from March until June, basically. So that's the fib I'm looking at, basically, because you've pushed, correction, continuation, essentially. So we need to see this hold, basically, and if you lose that, we need to see these two hold, which we have done. We've back tested the 0.50, we're trying to break above the 0.618, and if we can continue to do so, then it's highly likely that we're going to retrace to the 1 and then the 1.618 at 95 cents afterwards, and that would be an amazing long position with high reward. So let's take a look at what's going on now for Hbar. So with this, you've got a resistance point over here, so you haven't actually validated this double bottom at the moment. We're getting there. The first step is getting above the 20, but I'm going to put the fibs on in a second and we'll take a closer look at that. So once we break this neckline, I'm going to measure from this lowest point here back to there, and once we break above the level of, once we break above 29 cent or 0.294, then we should have a technical target at the 200 EMA sitting at 0.348 cents. Perfect. So let's turn on the fibs now. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Look at this a bit clearer. So on the 1 hour time frame, you hit, let's get the fibs out actually before we do this. So from the swing high to the swing low over here. So as you can see, we're working our way through the fibs. You got above the 618, and you formed a bullish cross once you got above it. You came just slightly off the W double bottoms neckline and got rejected just before there. And why? Because this neckline is not just a line, it's a zone. So a lot of the time I do like using boxes, okay? So the box is lining up with that larger, don't know if we're going to be able to see it there, the larger 0618 basically. So the pink line to the larger 0618, and you got rejected exactly there. So what you want to see after that is come back to hold the bullish cross, and you can see the 55 EMA was sitting at 0.277, but you actually wick down to the 0618, which is amazing. So you do want to hold this. Of course, if you roll over, lose this, 050 should hold. Lose that, 382 should hold. If you lose this low over here, then that's where I can give you bearish targets to the downside. So if you do lose 0.239, you could see Hbar come back to the low of this wick at 0.2118 as a minimal target. So until you lose that low, I'm not seeing that at all. So I'm not going to tell you that we're going there until you lose that low basically. But you know, if we do lose that low, you know where you're going now. So let's get this exact, because I can see it wasn't exact. Perfect. So you bounce off the 0618. Now you're trying to get back above the 786. If we can then confirm that support, highly likely that we're going to retrace to the high and break that. And that wick is already above the neckline. With that neckline taking us, look at that for perfect confluence, 34.7, and that's in line with the 1618 at 0.340 exactly. So 34 cent exactly is where the 1618 is sitting at. And we know anyway, when you get above the 618, back test it as support. And the reason we back tested it is because you never back tested it on the break. So you formed your pattern here, came back down, back tested it, and if we can get above the 786, we will work our way to the 1 where the 200 may come. And you can fall from here, or you can and find support on this swing high here, or potentially just get above it and confirm it as support, hold this swing high over here, and then after doing that you'll retrace to the 1618. But I believe that we'll get an overshoot, and the reason is because the overshoot is the W double bottoms target sitting at exactly 0.347. Perfect, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's Hbar update. I've given you both cases. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for 1,000 subs. I appreciate all the nice comments I've been receiving on Twitter and YouTube in the last few days and weeks. So thank you guys again. I'll catch you in the next one, and as always, peace.